Hey, what's up, Facebook fam? It's your boy, Pastor Troy. Really excited to be coming to you live. Just really excited about what is going on. And I want to talk to you really quick about a season of construction. Yeah, season of construction. And I know some of you are going to get on this live now. Some of you are going to see this later. But I really want to admonish you to know how to handle your season of construction. God is really putting us in a position where He is remaking us, reshaping us. And I want to tell you right now, most of you are in a reset season. Yeah, a reset season. God is resetting you, replacing you, recalibrating you, and putting you back where you need to be. And I decided to do this earlier today before the construction crew actually came to the location where I'm at for some of the exciting things that are happening with New Life and some of the exciting things that are happening in my businesses and Bijou, and even about 2 o'clock I'm going to do a new real estate deal. So God is really moving in this season, and I'm just really excited about what He's doing. But I want you to understand this construction season you're in, what God's doing in your season of construction, and you got to be ready for it. I find it hard to believe that people don't understand that when you're in a season of construction, things are going to change. Yeah, things are going to change. Behind me, you see that they have to start putting the studding up and putting the lighting in, temporary lighting in. And yesterday, while construction was in full swing, you had the saw buzzing, you had the nail gun going, it's all kinds of noise and sounds. Listen, how do you believe your life is going to be under construction with no noise? Let me say it again. How do you believe your life is going to be under construction with no noise? There's going to be noise everywhere when your life is under construction. As a matter of fact, if the saw was on right now, if the nail gun was going, while I'm communicating to you, you probably wouldn't hear everything that I have to say. Yeah, I want to get that in your spirit. When you are in the season of construction, sometimes your words get lost in translation because of the noise of what God is making. Yeah, and you're trying to communicate and you believe you're saying it the right way, but the person can't hear you because there's so much noise from what God is building. There's so many sounds around you from what God is building. And you got to understand that you may have to repeat yourself over and over and over again. And that's okay. Don't get frustrated. In the seasons of construction, watch this, you're trying to make sure you communicate what's in God's blueprint. Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of noise. There's going to be a lot of background noise. There's going to be a lot of people noise. There's going to be a lot of internal noise that can really hinder you from hearing from God the way you want to, or people hearing you the way they want to. So, you really got to understand that God will deal with the noise in your life. Yeah, and then watch this. I was so amazed that in the season of construction, new people will enter your life and old people will walk out. Now, here's what's crazy about these new people. They're new people you're going to have to get used to for this temporary season. Yeah, so my construction crew, I didn't know them until construction started. So when God is trying to reconstruct your life, trying to rebuild you, make you more healthy, make you more wise, He will bring people in your life that you're going to have to get comfortable with, either for a reason or for a season. So I had to immediately get comfortable with these guys, being around my stuff, being around my personal items, being around my wife, coming in and out of our building. You build a sense of trust during seasons of construction. Yeah, and it may be a temporary trust, but you got to trust somebody to help you rebuild or build whatever God is saying you must do. You have to, if you're in business, you have to trust the new lawyer. If you're in business, you have to trust the accountant. If you're in business, you're going to have to trust the contractor. If you're in business, you're going to have to trust the salesperson that's trying to sell you the Xerox machine. There's a level of trust that's fostered during construction season that's not the same as times when you're not building. Yeah, so, I got people in and out of my life. The electrician came in, and then the sheetrocker comes in, and then the studder comes in, and then the painter comes in. Like, who are all these new people? Well, they're necessary for your construction. God Almighty. Yeah, these new people, these new relationships are necessary for your construction. And then, watch this. Here's what's crazy. In order to get the building to the place where I needed to be from an electrician standpoint, they had to take down the lights that were here already and put up, watch this, temporary lights. Yeah, that are hanging from the ceiling. They don't look pretty, and it's actually dimmer than it was when the other lights were here. But in order to get what we need, in order to drop the ceiling, in order to put the recess light in, we had to have temporary lights. Man, you need to get this. In seasons of construction, the path may look dim. In seasons of construction, you might not be able to see as clearly as you saw before because the lights of the current situation are temporary. Yeah, there's a lot of temporary things we do in construction. They got to take down the piping where the light switches were. They have to leave wires hanging out. It's going to be messy during construction. Why would you think it wouldn't be messy during construction? Yes, sir. Yeah, it's going to be messy during construction, Dr. Clybourne. Yes, sir, Dr. Clybourne. It's going to be messy during construction. Stuff is not going to look like it's in place. Stuff is not going to look like it's working. Stuff is not going to look like it's where it's supposed to be. But don't worry, the finished product will always look better than the construction. You look toe up right now from the floor up. Yeah, everything in your life looks a mess. Everything looks like it's just hanging out. But let me explain something to you. This is the process you got to go through for you to be made. God almighty, yeah. This is the process you got to go through to be made. And I was laughing because the contractor that I had is very close to us. It's a part of our congregation. Amazing young lady. Sierra is amazing. Her and Devin are amazing. They're doing a great job. But just because she was my final choice doesn't mean I didn't have other bids. Yeah, and people came in, they saw the job, they gave me a bid, and I had to say no to it. Yeah, in the season of construction, you're going to have to say no. Yeah, while your life is being rebuilt, there's going to be people coming in and out of your life, offering you things, saying what they can do. And you're going to have discernment by the power of the Holy Ghost to know who to let in and who to keep out. Let me say that again. You know, you got to take the bids. Yeah, you have to look at the people that are coming to you and say, is this person good for me? Or is this person not good for me? And not good for me doesn't mean that they're nasty or mean. It's just like they're not appropriate, God almighty, for this season. Yeah, for this season of my life. Because I'm opening myself up. I'm exposing myself. I'm making myself naked so that God can rebuild me. And I got to let people in who he assigns to the reconstruction. Yeah. Just because you're an electrician don't mean you're an electrician for this job. Just because you're a sheetrocker doesn't mean you're the sheetrocker for this job. It has to be somebody that I connect with, that I'm comfortable with. Watch this, because here's the other thing. Number one, you need to understand it's going to be noisy. Number two, you need to understand that it's going to be a temporary lighting, that you're not going to see the way you saw before. Number three, you're going to have to let people in to your life relationally that normally wouldn't come in and out of your life. New relationships are going to be fostered. And then I want to get this in your head too. When you're in a season of construction, you're going to have to know how to budget and have people around you who can handle a sharp turn. God almighty. Yeah, because here's what I'm learning. I can't wear thin skin during construction because everybody in construction has ideas for you, but you have to follow the blueprint. Ooh, wait. Yeah. You're going to get advice from everybody. But what's the blueprint of the dream in your head? What's the blueprint of the dream in your head? Yeah, I'm going to take what you say. I'm going to understand what you say. But there's a blueprint. There's a pattern in my head that you can't get offended if I tell you we can't do it that way. As we were going through the process, we were trying to figure out where to put the doors in this room behind me, 2 small offices we have behind me. And we went back and forth about 8 or 9 times about where to put the door, what's the swing of the door, where the desk would be, where the light switches would be. And we went back and forth and they gave me their ideas and I said, yeah, that sounds good, but. Yeah, that sounds good, but. Why? Because I had a pattern, I had something in my head that I saw that they can't be offended if I say I don't like it that way. If I say we can't do it that way. You can't be offended. Under reconstruction, I have the pattern. I have the blueprint. You're here to help me build. So the mindset is you can't get offended during reconstruction. God almighty, if you can just get that people are trying to they ask you all those questions because they're trying to figure out what's in your head. And this is why we got to write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so those that read it can run with it. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come to pass. You got to write the vision, make it plain, so that the people who want to help you build can see your pattern. Jeremiah 1:10 talks about he's ordained us to root up, to tear down, to build, and to plant. I felt this in my spirit yesterday, and I want to make sure I said it today. I want to make sure I got on this live today and talked about the reconstruction you're in, the season you're in. That just because things are being torn down doesn't mean you're falling apart. Let me say that again, because I think somebody just because things are being torn down doesn't mean you're falling apart. God could just be rebuilding you, reshaping you, remaking you. People walking out of your life, don't get upset. You're in a season of reconstruction. There are people that are not ordained to help you build right now. So they walk out of your life because they can't help you build. But while they're walking out, 7 new contractors are walking in. Yeah, people are walking in to help you build the dream that's in your head. And you know what? Lastly, noise, temporary lighting, people coming in and out of your life, people couldn't handle hairpin turns. And watch this. People who know that they're not being excluded because you don't like them. It's just that they can't handle seasons of construction. Yeah, they can't, they're not built for that. They need to you got people in your life that just need to see your finished product because they don't have faith for the construction. Let me say that again. You need people who can there's some people in your life who can only handle the finished product. They can't handle the faith of the reconstruction because they panic while they see things falling apart. They panic under temporary lighting. They panic when there's too much noise. They panic when there's too many people coming in and out. No. I need people with faith during times of building. And it may seem like you've excluded some people and pushed them away and haven't allowed them to be around, but that's because they don't have the faith for what you're in the middle of. They only have faith for the final product. And you got to be okay with that. You got to understand that. It's going to feel like, your friends will be like, you turn your back, maybe they talk to me. It's like, no, I know if I brought you into my mess, if I brought you into this, you would never have the vision to see the finished product. So I need somebody with faith to see the finished product. Yeah, seasonal constructions are not easy at all. I was at the gas station, and I want to let you know, whether you know it or not, no matter how much you clean up, there's going to be evidence that you're under construction. Yeah, I was at the gas station and I had a big dust mark on my back. Now, that person wasn't with me. They weren't around me all day, but there was evidence that I was under construction. Man, God is tearing down some things. He's uprooting some things only to build and plant in your life. I want to encourage you. You can make it through this season of construction. You can make it. You can get through this if you just recognize that this is not the finished product. Yes, you're exposed. Yes, you look naked. But this is not the finished product. I got faith to finish. Yeah, I got faith to finish. I got faith to make it through what God is building in my life. And if you just understand that you're in this season where God is trying to build some things, do some things that may not feel good. People, they misunderstand you. You try to communicate, they don't hear you. But it's all about the construction. When it's done, when it's finished, God will invite people to your ark. Let me say it again. When it's finished, God will invite people to your ark. But Noah was building, making construction of something that he's the only one that had the blueprint for. He could only allow people to help him that would follow directions of the blueprint that was in his head. Your life is God's blueprint, God's dream for you. And you got to be okay with your season of reconstruction or construction. Whichever one it is, you're going to build it and they're going to come. You're going to build it and they're going to come. Listen, this is your Born to Lead moment with Pastor Troy. God bless you. Love you. Walk in newness. And remember, you are born to lead. Peace.